Oh dear, greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 2 commentary. Yeah, it seems in between worlds, the peddler has moved to slightly new digs, and now we also see how Sora, Donald, and Goofy transport from the gummy ship to, anywhere else. They teleport and are beamed down. Like an episode of Star Trek. Hopes we ain't gonna get no Leonard Nimoy's voices Mark Hamill's. But yeah, it seems that this merchant has been doing a bit well for himself in spite of his, encounter with Jaffa cakes, as we saw in the previous scene. I wonder what this is gonna tie into. But yeah, whether or not this was Jafar granting the peddler's wish or anything else, I have no idea. I mean, he did release him from his, prison that we put him in last time, so who knows?
Sora! Don't let him get away!
What's going on?
Can't believe it! That stupid peddler let Jafar out of the lamp!
Jafar?
Give me the magic lamp, Aladdin! And now, street rats, I bid you farewell! Crush those urchins!
And of course, rather than capitalizing on any of this by killing Aladdin right then and there when Genie or, I don't know, anybody else was nowhere around, no, he just decides to leave him and let him run to Sora for help. Which Jafar does know by this point, so, yeah. Weird way not to capitalize, although then again, I suppose considering what we'll be seeing a little bit later, probably had Jasmine on the brain. Yes, the horny. Truly the fault of all truly fastidious human beings with the very salacious, atavistic desires. Anyway, on terms of, anything else, I believe this is, what, part 53, 54? Yeah, this is officially now the longest commentary I have ever done. It's exceeded the original Kingdom Hearts, and up until I do maybe a Tales of game or maybe Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, longest commentary. Don't know how many more parts we'll have. I predict maybe somewhere up in the 70s, possibly early 80s? I don't know. We've still got plenty of Kingdom Hearts 2 action to go, so, yes indeedy, stay tuned. But yes, what is this? A nice bit of ice in this Arabian desert. Yeah, we'll be back here later, and, no, there is nothing we can do to beat up the shop peddler or whatever else. So, as such, we pretty much have to move on to fancier digs, and, there is something I also want to get out of the way, first and foremost as well. Yes, we are going to be covering the rest of, Agrabah as a world, but I do make a bit of a fuck-up here. And, that's primarily because, when I was recording, like, the last segment, which is pretty much just the final boss fight, yeah. Basically, I had some screen tearing issues, audio sync fuck-ups, and, well, the footage was, pretty much unusable. So, again, for those of you looking forward to seeing the boss battle against Jafar, sorry about that, but I'm not able to get it. Again, it was something that I didn't really think to look at until much later, and by the time that I did, yeah, I was pretty much too far in the game to really re-record it, so I did manage to record the cutscenes, because, again, you can pretty much go into the main menu and watch the cutscenes from, like, a theater mode kind of thing, but, yeah, so I do apologize that you're not going to be seeing the Jafar boss fight, but, again, that's the consequence of recording fuck-ups. You occasionally find yourself shit out of luck, and, well, I mean, to talk about the Jafar boss fight in and of itself, you're not really missing much. I mean, it goes through a similar thing in terms of, you know, height and scale. Basically just Shadow with a Colossus light, really, so, yeah. I mean, I think most people would tell you that the boss battle against Jafar in Kingdom Hearts 2 is quite easy, so, yeah, it's really nothing to write home about. I mean, it's possible that I might use it as, like, maybe as, like, a cleanup video or maybe an extra kind of thing. Because, I mean, there was actually another scene in Kingdom Hearts 2 that I actually do kind of want to show off as maybe something a little bit later down the line, but I'll have to think about that. And I'll tell you what that is after the cutscene.
a disaster! We're just gonna have to turn back!
There's gotta be a way.
Ah, come on, kid! That's an easy one! Al, oh buddy, oh pal! This is what having a genie for a best friend is all about! I mean, how can you leave me on the sidelines at a time like this? Lift large! Follow, Mel! Give the old razzmatazz. What do you say, kid?
Hey, Genie!
Zora! Want to see a little something I call sandstorm sweep?
Take it away, Genie.
Alakazam! You know, one lousy sandstorm is just too easy.
Whoa!
How about giving me a challenge next time, eh, Al?
Thank you, Mr. Homer. And this pretty much gives us a second level sort of thing for the second visit to Agrabah. Anyway, as I was saying beforehand, in terms of the thing that I wanted to show off, I may have brought this up before, maybe not, but yeah. It is actually possible, and again, I didn't think about this beforehand, but again, like, remember back in Twilight Town during Struggle Mania, brother, when Setzer tells Roxas to throw the match? Yeah, I just learned recently, you can actually lose to Setzer. And, well, I mean, Setzer is pretty easy to begin with, but I mean, if you choose to lose to him, well, yeah, you actually get a strength buff, so, yeah, I might show off that cutscene. And possibly the Jafar boss fight a little bit later down the line. I guess maybe in a similar vein to how I promised that I was going to show off the little salamander boss fight from Resident Evil Code Veronica. And as well as showing off the Wesker cutscenes, which I might still do, because I mean it has been a while since I played Code Veronica, and I think I'm about due for another playthrough. Anyway, this is the magic carpet. Basically this is pretty much how we're traveling across fucking Lawrence of Arabia land. Look, it's Sora of Arabia. Da-na, da-na-na-na-na. Actually, was Prince of Egypt a Disney movie? Because or was it? No, it wouldn't have been. I'm not too sure. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get a Prince of Egypt world at any time throughout Kingdom Hearts. Oh well. But anyway, this is pretty much just me looking for treasure chest. What we're meant to be doing is basically looking for the, I don't know, the perfect chaos water particle Jafar, and pretty much just beating the crap out of him. I'm completely forgetting the context as to why he's here. I think I forget why we're here at all. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really paying attention to much of the Agrabah's story because I was initially thinking it was following the plot of Return of Jafar, but I think as one of the comments revealed to me back when I initially did the world, yeah, allegedly, like, it doesn't even follow the plot of Return of Jafar at all, really, so, really, who gives a fuck? Well, I mean, I should probably, because it means I'll have fuck all to say. I probably should have watched Aladdin before doing this as well, but, yeah, sadly I didn't really bother, because I was too busy watching Hercules! So, yes, anyway. He's back again. He probably had another Chaos Emerald. Then he'll be super strong and work for me! Now we gotta chase him around the area. Yeah, in terms of how the flying carpet controls, it's not... Well, it's pretty much regular Sora, except he flies around and you can basically control your pitch and elevation by just using the right analog stick, so... Yeah, I mean, the flying carpet's easy to use, no real difference really, so... You're pretty much golden, apart from the fact that you can't use your drive forms or, I'm not too sure if... actually, no, I don't think summons, maybe apart from Chicken Little, would be affected? Maybe you can't use summons anyway, I'm not too sure. But anyway, there is basically a few more minigames apart from just tacitly chasing around Jafar and fighting the Heartless and killing everyone. Because yeah, we also gotta open the door to the tomb that we sealed off so that nobody could get the, you know, the genie's lamp. But at the same time, how the hell did that peddler get in there? Well, who knows really? Oh no, here we go, perfect Jafar, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na. I mean, yeah, there's... Again, it's basically just fighting enemies, contextual cutscenes of... Again, like, I mean, the only real interesting thing of note going on is, again, the continued adventures of the Iago redemption storyline, where he's like, I promise, I'm not gonna be a piece of shit anymore! Scout Sana! Even though he's just Iago and out for himself, because he's a fat-ass bird! Voiced by a, sadly, no longer with us comedian. Gilbert Gottfried. I'm sad now. My attempts at using magic to try and make the to at least try and make some of my movesets a little bit more dynamic is not going very well. I assure you, there are plenty more skilled players that can use stuff like Reflect a lot better than me. Although, I mean, in fairness, I don't typically tend to use Reflect a lot in my playthroughs anyway, so, again, it's as much a learning experience for me as it is for a lot of other people. I mean, again, you might parrot the fact that Reflect might be broken, but again, you need to position yourself just right, but you also need to know how to adequately use the spell correctly, because if you don't, well, again, it's just pissing in the wind, and it does cost a fair bit of magic to use, so... Again, it's not like something you can just sort of break the game with, even if you do have ethers on standby. And also, a nice bit of, well, visual and game direction here, telling you where things are. I mean, granted, you still have to do the guesswork and explore, but again, the environment here is nicely laid out, and again, you know where everything is, so, it's bellissimo. Ah, sneaky bastard. But yeah, basically you need to use three different magic spells on these specific pillars, floating Easter eggs, and the day shall be yours. And again, you'll be able to tell exactly what it does by the way in which they're positioned. Yeah, again, you really need to wait for the appropriate thing. Like, again, as you can see here, it's circling around with fire! Use magic? There you go. So again, basically trigger it when you see everything matching up to the same sort of spell color, and Bob's your uncle. Well, maybe he isn't your uncle. Who does have an uncle named Bob? Somebody who has an uncle named Robert. But they could easily be called Rob, or Bert, or Christopher Lee. Having Christopher Lee as your uncle would be rather cool. You have Count Dracula, Count Dooku. I think he was in the, yeah, he was. He was in the 1970s Wicker Man movie. Was he also in The Howling as well? Yeah, I think so. Because I seem to remember, actually, finally, the long-awaited return of the Christopher Lee trivia that doubtless will return very soon. Yeah, I believe he was actually responsible for doing a fair bit of promotion for... I think it was either the original Wicker Man movie or was one of the Howling sequels. Or it might have been the original film. I don't think it was Werewolf of London, though, but I might be getting my movies mixed up. Anyway, that's just something that sort of came off the top of my head, so, yeah. Even when I think Christopher Lee trivia is dead, it remains very much alive in the darkness. So, yeah, I mean, apart from having enemies sort of pip you, that's really all we have to do. Open a door. Quite funny how most of Kingdom Hearts' plots has us opening doors. Well, we do have a Keyblade. But where exactly is that there door to the light? Well, we may never truly know. Unless it's in Kingdom Hearts 4. But, I doubt it, since it seems to be focusing heavily on Quadratum. Which, I mean, I suppose, I guess maybe to kind of wax a bit of... well, to kind of kill time a little bit, Kingdom Hearts 4 in and of itself. We haven't really gotten any new information about that yet. But I mean, from what I remember hearing about from a few developer interviews, like, I mean, apparently... again, Tetsuya Nomura is, well, at least from what he confirmed at least, the game is apparently now at the stage where it is running on Unreal 5 engine, and like, I mean, a lot of the assets they did have on Unreal 4 putting over smoothly, so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the game looks like with its graphical buff. I mean, granted, like, I mean, we've kind of advanced so far to the point of graphics where, again, like, I mean, the jump isn't really quite as impressive as what, you know, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop distance was to Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't know, I'll be quite impressed to see, you know, what sort of stuff they add, because, like, I mean, if, you know, seeing Donald and Goofy and the Disney art style and the trailer of Kingdom Hearts 4 was anything to go by, again, like, I mean, some of the particle, lighting effects, animation, I don't know, it looks, again, it looks pretty advanced from, you know, what we saw even in Kingdom Hearts 3, which, again, was only just a few years shy now, so... again, I'm quite excited to see what it has to offer, as well as any other new tidbits of information, because, I mean, apart from Sora being in this other dimension, we don't really know what's going on, apart from Strelitzia's appearance. So, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming what's going to be revealed next probably won't be gameplay, but might be confirmations of a few worlds, or possibly, I don't know, maybe like a general premise of what Sora's going to be doing versus, you know, what Riku, Kairi, and everybody else is up to, maybe? We'll just have to wait and see, but in the meantime, here's another cutscene containing more of that delicious plot and redemption arc.
The game's up, Jafar!
You sure this is it?
Yeah. You gotta understand, it wasn't my idea. It was Jafar. He made me bring you here. You don't know him like I do. He can be very convincing. He said if I didn't cooperate, he was gonna...
Where is he?
Come on now, you gotta forgive me.
Where's Jafar?
Well, let's see. Right about now, he's probably attacking the palace. I had no choice. His eyes, they got all creepy and weird.
Whatever. Iago, you're supposed to be our friend, but you've been playing both sides just to make sure you save yourself.
I knew you were still a bad guy.
I'm sorry!
Let's go!
Yep, Iago's at it again. If you're holding anything else from us, our friendship is officially over. On this planet of far. You're finished, chameleon. Could you tell what I was watching before I started recording this? Hint, it begins with Planet of Fire, and ends with a Doctor of Whom. But yeah, this is pretty much the same sort of, scenario that you were doing before. Excuse me, there seems to be some people outside, and that's making me nervous. But yeah, it's basically the same sort of Devil May Cry 1 escape sequence, except through the Valley of the Kings. And you will occasionally get hit. Again, it's pretty much a gauntlet, hit heartless to survive and avoid falling stuff. And we basically go back to the main plaza where we'll rest up and then basically have a boss fight. Except that we won't be having a boss fight because we'll pretty much be watching theater mode, in which case I'm pretty much just gonna be shutting the fuck up and letting the story play out. Not that you really need much of my waffling commentary, because I've got fuck all to say about Agrabah at this point. Though, I mean, it is kind of weird, like, I mean, they've had Agrabah for, well, I mean, a fair few games in the series. I mean, it was in Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories 2, I think it was in 358 over 2 days as well. So, yeah, kind of odd that they didn't have, like, maybe one of the other direct-to-DVD sequels for Kingdom Hearts 3, but... yeah, wished, I suppose. I mean, they went off to include fucking Olympus for, like, several games throughout the series, and, I mean, I will still say that, I mean, I do quite like the Aladdin cast, even the way in which they're presented in this game, so... yeah. I mean, the characters really do make the world in some cases, and on the odd occasion influence me to watch the movies, at long last, as in the case with, Hercules. So anyway, that's pretty much about it. Finish! Not the language, the, thing.
Get some rest, Carpet. You earned it.
Come on, let's get Jafar!
And who asked you?
The palace is through there. Hurry!
So that's pretty much how the cookie crumbles, so, yeah, I mean, you can go back out to, you know, the other world if you want to go off and see it again. I mean, despite the fact that it was crumbling, means nothing really. But yeah, pretty much just go to the main palace, you'll get your Jafar boss fight, and, I do apologize for not showing it off, but, yeah. Enjoy the theater mode, and on that note, I am Solidus-Skully, keep it new metally, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Just wait, Jafar. You'll get exactly what's coming to you.
Indeed I will, Princess. All of Agrabah will belong to me, while you You, my queen, shall weep at my side for all eternity. Oh, please. Right about now, your precious Aladdin is whispering your name with his last breath.
What was that you were saying, Jafar?
You dare defy me, you useless bird!
Ow!
Iago!
You'll all be joining him very soon.
Can I be defeated again by a pack of filthy street rats?
Don't mess with street rats.
You went mano a mano with Jafar and you didn't invite me, Al?
Sorry, Genie. Things happened kind of fast.
And I had some new moves to show off, too.
But Genie, we still need your help.
Who's gonna fix Agrabah?
Oh, yeah! One super-duper spruced-up Agrabah coming right up. You won't even recognize the place when I'm through with it.
Just like it was, please.
Really? Same old, same old? All right. Oh, yeah! Hey, voila! Next time, let me put in a few swimming pools, okay?
I guess Agrabah's all right now.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Hey, you behave yourself. Got it?
I most definitely got it. No more looking out for number one. I'm reformed. I want to be a good friend like Genie, but I can't do anything to help you. What kind of a friend is that?
Oh, no. It's not like that, Iago. Friends don't have to do stuff. As long as you have fun hanging out together, that's all that matters.
So, what do you guys do for fun?
We do this.
That's not quite what I meant.
Well, anyway,
Ow, my beak!
Gosh, Iago! I hope you didn't hurt yourself.
Well, at least I can still fly.
Look out!
Whoa! Oh!
Oh! Was that my cue? Am I on? Come on, Al! Let me build a freeway or something.
Everything's fine. Don't panic. Genie?
But I can't hold it any longer! Hey! Oh, that's good! Sora, Donald, Goofy, you guys are too much. If you're ever in the mood for some more cosmic razzle-dazzle, give me a shout, okay?
You got it!
Well, you've done it again, Sora. Don't forget about us, okay?
I won't.
And Sora, about that friend of yours, the one you're looking for, you'll find him. Trust me.
Agrabah will be right back after these messages.
Cocky, your missus'll love laying her eggs in this pad. All 600 or 700 of them.
Now's the time pests are looking for a house to breed in.
Say hello to your new home.
Stop pests with a combination of Mortein Professional Outdoors and Mortein Easy Reach Indoors. In store now.
More smart, more safe, Mortein.